Listen! Hey!
DM me
Listen!
witch. Alert! 180-second ad break starting. Finalizing preparations for commercial interruption.
What are your cards?
I got a 6, a 5, a jack, a 4, and a 8. I win.
What do you mean you win? I had a hand just like that before. I didn't win.
Because I win.
This is bullshit!
All right, take it easy, man.
Every time's different cards, he still wins.
Okay, Google. Turn on the bedroom. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, a lot of people already know, Trekkie has been unbanned. His account now exists again. He still is trying to get access to it because they're forcing a password reset. And when he tries to do the password reset, it tells him that something went wrong. So there's something still in their system that's got some issues. However, that means something. The Twitch investigated that. And whoever reported him falsely. Because if he had been viewbotting, they wouldn't have lifted the ban. So technically he's unbanned, which is why he's tagged in the title. But he still doesn't have access to it. He's working on it. Got an email, said everything was working great, said he had access to it again, blah, blah, blah. He can't log in. But today, just because, we're gonna celebrate that he's unbanned, even though he can't technically stream on this platform yet. We're gonna celebrate the fact that he got unbanned, which means those that falsely reported him should probably issue an apology. But what we are going to cover today is we're going to cover some of the things that we talked about last stream in the beginning. We're not going to... I mentioned a document. I'm going to cover that today because it needs to be covered. Because there's been some new things that have been added to it. Because while I'm off trying to have, my doctor's appointment yesterday, I started getting bombarded by people saying things. I got multiple people sending me extra shit, more shit. I got one partnered streamer messaged me about a issue that she had with another streamer that she says is squashed, but I don't think she understands how dates work. And we're going to cover that, and we're going to cover the fact that people like to talk shit about other people behind their back, and the proof that I have of that. I also have been now accused by somebody of doxing them when I no longer have any of the pertinent information to do so, and I'm not sending anybody anything. We're not on TikTok today because last time when I said that I'm tired of people calling me retarded, TikTok flagged that because you can't use the word retarded on there. Even through an appeal process, they were like, no, your live access is suspended until the 26th. Whatever. I do TikTok just to bring people over
You're
here.
Ken, you can kiss my Barbie.
Hi, Amanda. So, Amanda, you're going to have to watch here. You're not going to be able to watch on TikTok. Sorry. So we're going to go over this document today, and we're going to look through some things of what people have said about me to other people, things people have said about me in other stream chats. We're going to go through one-on-one discussions between me and someone else. I said retarded, and they revoked my live access until tomorrow. So we're going to go through this document. We're going to go and we're going to look at some things here. So let me pull this up here. So let me get back to the top. I'm not going to go over the Claiborne stuff because that's basically just showing the basically calling me or invalidating my opinion because the fact that I'm bi, like that's not really, I mean, we covered that in quite depth and talked about that specifically on the last stream. So the Caveman Official, formerly known as Mark. So you're going to see me, if you don't already know, most of you do, that you've seen me as Mark before, but you're going to see me referred to as Mark a few times throughout this entire document because in May of 24, I changed my name to the Caveman Official. Not because I was trying to avoid a stigma or anything like that, because I felt that I needed a rebrand just because Mark, a lot of people didn't. I got called Ivy or Level all the time because people can't see the M. And it gets annoying after a long time. So what we're going to cover today, this one here, this is a message from me to Casual Elephant, because I was complaining to him that there was a member that was talking shit to me in their stream. So this was a message on 1/14/2023. I was just lurking in Gina's stream, and she started kind of talking shit about Evan and I for having Mistlands gear and how we weren't respecting their play style, and that I was placing shit, which was a table so I can repair, which I asked if I could place and was told yes, in their base, that they intentionally haven't done until after the boss, etc., etc., just typically condescending the entire time, and that she wanted the bubble from Evan's blood magic staff off because she doesn't want anything from Mistlands near her. So that was a brief summary of the things that were said. She actively told me in her chat, well, actually in her live, because she was streaming it. Her team, this was in Kasheim Season 2. It's when Mistlands first came out, and each group of streamers were hosting a boss because they had, we were doing staggered boss fights, so I hosted Bone Mass because I built real close to Bone Mass. Gina's team hosted Yaglith, which is the 5th boss. You'll see him referred to as the 4th boss, and a mid boss in here, which is completely wrong. They hosted it because they built next to the Yaglith boss location. So this is Valheim we're talking about. Okay. So during Kasheim, the time the server went live, it fell where Christmas was around the time. Actually, Christmas would have been the day that we would have fought the Yaglith boss. So Casual extended it out another 2 weeks, so because of the vacation. So when everybody was done with all the holiday stuffs and the New Year's stuffs, then we would come back and we would fight Yaglith, right? So me being a streamer and streaming, I had built my base, and I was keeping up with everybody and keeping up with the bosses. But because I was at a point where I couldn't build any farther, I wanted to go and explore the Mistlands, because you don't need anything. Technically, you do not need anything from Yaglith. He is an optional boss. You can skip him completely. His totem and his item is not required for anything other than wisps. It's the only thing that you get, and the only 2 things that you can make with a wisp is a wisp lantern and a placeable wisp light. There's nothing else that you can make with a wisp. And the only thing that those 2 items do, the wisp lantern, you wear it in a utility slot, and it clears an area around you of the mist so that you can see 20 meters around you. Actually, I think it's only 20 feet. I think it says 20 meters on the wiki, but I think it's only 20 feet because it's not that big. It's not that big of a circle. And then the placeable item, which is a wisp light or wisp lantern, It's wisp light is what you wear. Wisp lanterns was placed on the ground. The wisp lantern is basically like a torch in Minecraft. You place it down and it clears the fog and it illuminates the area a little bit in a static location, right? Those are the only two items. I figured out that you can look under the fog by moving your camera. So I could go into the Mistlands and I could navigate as long as I held stuck to the coast and I kept my head down and I looked underneath the things. There's also clearings. There's several clearings in a Mistlands biome. You're not limited to, or you're not completely surrounded by mist all the time. There are lots of open, large open pockets of Mistlands, and I found several of them by keeping my head down, and then all of a sudden I see a bunch of open area, and I'm like, oh, cool, and I get out there, and it opens up. I found several of the crypts that way. Studio 42, welcome in. Good afternoon and good evening to you as well. I found several crypts that way when I was able to go in and get some black cores to make the black forge, and then eventually make the Galder table. And then I couldn't make some things because I couldn't chop down the Yggdrasil trees. So I used a mechanic in the game. Everybody used it in the Black Forest with the trolls and knocking down birch trees and getting fine wood. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're perfectly fine. Everybody used that method with trolls and getting birch before they could get it. Because people were running around with fine wood bows before we even bought or fought Ichthyr, which is the first boss. Some of the people involved in this, the person's name in which is mentioned directly in this here, were running around with fine wood bows before we even fought the first boss. So I used Seeker Soldiers. They're the biggest ground unit in the Mistlands biome. And they have an attack which destroys stones and destroys trees. Okay? So if you dodge when they attack and you're standing next to a tree, they'll do damage to the tree. It'll fall. They'll do damage to the tree and it'll break. And you can get Yggdrasil wood without even having to do anything. And we were already in the plains, so we already had access to black metal because we fought Motor the week prior, right? So we had the artisan table, we could make the blast furnace, and being in the plains, you just get black metal from killing the fuelings. So you stock up on that shit. So I had plenty of black metal, and now I have access to Yggdrasil wood, so I can make a black metal axe. No, we're talking about Valheim, actually. This instance, what we're talking about here is Valheim. This person's the person that I'm talking about's disdain for me stemmed from things that happened in Valheim, which is a PC game. It has a multiplayer aspect to it, but it's also a single player game that you can play with friends. It's designed for up to 10 people, but with some mods you can extend it out to however many that your system can hold. So I cheesed the system to get this Yggdrasil wood, to get black metal pickaxe and a black metal axe. And then I go in there with the black metal pickaxe, and I find a skull in one of the open areas. And you need black metal pickaxe to break the black marble skull that surrounds the gooey insides, which gives you soft tissue. All right. Well, thank you. I will definitely try you as well. So I get this soft tissue, and then I find a tower. And one of the flying creatures, the Gyal, attacks the tower, kills all the diverger that are in there, and it's pretty low, so at this point I hit it with a bow a couple of times, it dies. And then I have access to all the loot there because it's broken, like everything's damaged and broken. So I go in and I get the diverger sap extractor, and then I have all of the materials. I have the Yggdrasil wood, I have the black metal, and now I have the sap extractor. So I found a route which was right on the edge. I didn't even have to walk into I was still technically in Black Forest when I went into when I seen the root reached into the Black Forest, and I stuck a sap extractor in it. Now I'm getting sap. Okay? All without a wisp blight. Didn't need it. Wasn't too, I mean, I managed to do it without needing a wisp blight. I didn't, so I had all of this stuff without having to fight the 5th boss. So I play the game. I continue doing what I'm doing. I continue building up my gear and leveling it up so that I can get, higher level stuffs, and playing the game and building and everything like that. In season 2, I built a longhouse with a wizard's tower next to a swamp.
Listen.
Yeah, Studio 42. Yeah, I multi-stream. Currently I'm on 3 platforms. I'm on the purple one, I'm on the red one, and I'm on the green one. I'm not on the clock app right now because they're mad at me, but it is what it is. So anyway, I have access to this end game at the time, because the biomes at the time were the meadows, the Black Forest, the swamps, the mountains, the plains, and Mistlands. Oh, I'm not worried about the clock app. I do that to try and drive people here, to be honest with you. Because this is, where the clock app, you get, like, I've made a total of 50 cents over the last couple of weeks. They don't pay very well. I just do it for exposure. It's a strategy. I release videos, clips, and stuff on the clock app and on YouTube Shorts to try and, drive people to the channel. That's the whole point. So we go to this boss fight, and she's streaming, and casual streaming and everything like that, because, that's what they do. And casuals promoting her, telling everybody to go check her out. It's her base, watch her stream, this, that, and the next thing. So I do. And within 2 minutes not even 2 minutes, it was almost immediately of getting in there, she's talking shit about me and Evan being in endgame gear, because Evan's seen me doing it, and he's doing it, right? At least I assume that's why. He might have come up with the same conclusions on his own. So I have my magic staff, because I'm casting fireballs and shit, and ice staff, because I'm casting the ice cubes and shit. And he's got the blood magic stuff. I have the summoning skull, which is Dead Riser, so that I could name, because you can name the skeletons when you summon them. So I named them funny names like Casual, and then I named one Evan, and they get completely obliterated in the Yagluth boss fight. Completely. So I need to be able to repair in case we die a bunch, right? And I asked in chat, I said, hey, Gina, can I place down this table so that I can repair my gear? And she says in chat, yes. But I'm in her stream when I ask, and immediately she starts talking shit about us having this gear. Immediately. And it didn't even skip a beat. It was as soon as she read it, she's like, Jesus. And then just lights into both of us like we weren't even there. And I let it run for a minute. And at one point in time, she's like, I just wish that Mark would go jump off of a bridge and die. And then I spoke up and I said, I don't appreciate you talking shit about me.
The gates of hell, as we make our way to heaven through the Nazi lines. Viva Victoria!
What up, Primo? So I speak up in her chat and I'm like, I don't appreciate you talking shit about me. Like I can't hear you. And she's like, oh, I wasn't talking shit about you. Like, I literally just heard you and what you just said. Like, I was just joking. And I'm like, you don't joke about that sort of thing. It's not something that should be joked about. And I eventually just, I reported her channel. I clipped it. And I reported her channel for what she said. Nothing ever came of the report because most reports you do on YouTube or on Twitch nothing happens. About 99% of the reports, they don't care, especially if it's a smaller streamer versus another smaller streamer. So I shot this message over to Casual. And I told him, hey, this is going on. And his response was silence. I didn't get a message back for it at all. Nothing. And this is the messages are between a third party. I said the actual things that were said about me during that live were much worse than I summarized, because they were. Fast forward some time, and I no longer, I completely avoided her in chats. I completely avoided her in game. I didn't talk to her, nothing. I avoided her like the plague that she is. Fast forward some time. Now it's build competition number 1. Like standalone build competition number 1. The one where I made my Plains Castle. Okay? Primo, you gathered some materials for that. That's the one that we're talking about here. The one where I had Twitchy when he'd log in and he'd chop some wood and stack it. That's the one. Okay? So we're all on this game playing and whatnot, and I'm trying to help people. I'm begging for stone in chat like I always did because my build used so much fucking stone. And I'm like, anybody got any extra stone? I'll take it. I'll even pay you for it. So I'm in another streamer's chat. And here's Gina. People zoom through it, even on staggered servers. They just can't help themselves. It's what happened on Casual's last server. We had a week-to-week progress, and certain people, you can probably guess who, was using endgame shit at the 4th boss. Yaglith is the 5th boss. At the time, he was the second to last boss. The queen was the last boss, and you didn't get anything for killing the queen. I mean, you got the queen's item, which is, now required to progress into the Ashlands. So you really didn't need to fight her. So he was technically the last boss because fighting the queen wasn't required. Neither is fighting Yaglith because you can do Mistland shit without it. Anyway, Jello here asks, Who? And then Spite says, average cowboy performance. And Gina says, the same person who zoomed ahead this server. And the streamer in question was Initial Zero. And he immediately piped up and said, oh, Merc's just built different. Because he knew who she's referring to. So I say something casual. Again, said pretty sure she doesn't like me, even though she said she doesn't know me. So she can't not like me. She's throwing a fit. Anytime I've helped people, and she said, this is something she said in game, do you really want all that gear and not get it yourself? You're accepting help from Merc, etc. Ever since Snow Portal Season 2 Yagluth boss fight. I showed up in Mistlands gear because you aren't required to have any wisps to get it. Okay? And I said this time it was Gina. And then I told him, because we had conversation and said, right, but even Initial came to my defense on it. Right? During build competition, blah, blah, blah. Now, there's more to this particular incident, apparently, which I was informed about yesterday. I got more information of DMs between two people. But we'll get to that in a second. So, I'm in another channel. I didn't screenshot the text of it. And I'm trying to help Ella with an issue. I don't remember exactly what the issue was off the top of my head, but I remember specifically helping them and trying to get I do remember. They were bitching about not being able to use trophies on the ballista, and I was telling them it doesn't take the trophy. You just go up there and you hold the trophy and you say, it's like showing them a picture and saying, shoot only this. You keep the trophy. And she wasn't getting it, and she started insulting me in the chat. So I, again, mentioned to casual, I said, I'm not sure why people try to start shit when I'm helping. First, she accuses me of cheating, referring to Ella, saying that I have the seed, and I still try to help her because I'm not a dickhead. I'm generally a nice person, but when I get dogpiled trying to help, it's tiring as fuck.
Listen.
Rider 2 Dab Party, Rider 2 Shake, Mezduck, Raveduck, Razzle 40 Zoid, Razzle 40 Safety Peas, Razzle 40 Safety Peas, Razzle 40
What up,
Safety Peas.
Time
Don't
Lord?
forget your Safety Peas, Razzle 40. Safety Peas, Razzle 40. Safety Peas, Razzle 40, Safety Peas, Mezduck, Boba Ducky, Mezduck, Boba Ducky, Mezduck, Boba Ducky, Mezduck, Obduck, Mjarduk, Jam Jerthies.
Jesus, that's a mouthful. What are you doing? Or what are you up to, Time Lord? At the time, this person was the only, out of the group, the only partnered streamer. And it is Ella. Used to be formerly known as Queen Ella. Now it's just Ella. She accused me in her chat of cheating, right? And saying I had the seed. And she said it to a couple hundred people. And I said, between Gina not liking me and talking shit last season and this, I can't figure out what I've done. And then I made a video basically saying, if you have a problem with me, come to me directly. Quit talking shit behind my back. Right? I clipped it. It's here. It's in the document. And then let's see. Let's go down here. Let's get the new information. So we're going to go back to Gina again. So I get sent, this is information I get sent yesterday, and this is during the time of the first build contest. Gina says, I'm like Zomboid, how Merc's brain is about Valheim, but the difference is I don't sit in everyone's chat backseating and giving them endgame items. Multiplayer got better. And then Tarkov says, it fucking sucked when Davez had his first server. They're talking about something completely unrelated. They're talking about Project Zomboid. So I go down a little bit like that. And then Tarkov mentions that he's no life to games, so he doesn't know life games anymore. Gina says, dude, Merc isn't hot shit anyway. I found his castle on Google Images. I didn't say anything, though, because who cares? Everyone that was here, including Casual, knew that I had videos in which I took inspiration from. Everyone knew it. I even showed the video on stream of the castle and the style of castle that I want to build. Every single person that was in my stream had the opportunity to see that's where I got the inspiration from. So now she's accusing me of cheating. And then Tarkov says, I thought he was just building one of the castles from Game of Thrones. I don't know, at first glance, that's what I was thinking, but I don't know what it is. She says, he changed the words on someone else's essay. Like, it's not exact copy, but it's similar enough, which is fine, because we all take inspo. So she accuses me of cheating and plagiarism, essentially, and then immediately says the exact opposite. But dude talks way too much game to be doing that. And then she goes on to start talking shit about me, saying, tell us you don't have any friends without tell us you have no friends. Dude has a grudge against me because I told him to stop bringing endgame items no one else had to mid-boss fights 1 year ago. Now it's at this point, it's 2 years ago. I haven't said anything else in my life to him, and 2 weeks ago he was in Canis chat saying I don't like him. I mean, he's right, but she also told me in that chat that she doesn't not like me, that she's got no reason to not like me, and now, which means she's lied to me directly. And then we get into the competition. Outside trading cards, thanks for the follow. Gina says, I don't want Merc to win. Dude spent the whole time the group tours were happening talking about how his build was big as a solo player and imagine what he could achieve if he had a dedicated team. Also, and then she posted the picture of the YouTube video that I took inspiration from. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities because that's where I got my inspiration from. She said, first result. Oops. Bro Probs opened up a VPN to vote for himself 11 times. I didn't even vote for myself. At all. Tarkov says, wouldn't put it past him. And then shows a picture of me saying, that was a close one.
Hey, listen.
Oh, nice. My day's going all right. It's going to get better here in a bit. We're just going over some stuff. Tarkov says, he went silent for the entire vote, comes back right when he wins. Gina says, imagine build something that big and only winning by 1 vote because you have alienated so many people. Merc barely won that one. Merc right now stabbed in the heart. And then Tarkov says, did he cancel that last vote or what? Referring to Casual. And Gina says, ja. And then we go in here, and Tarkov says, I can't tell if Merc is hyper-focused on the game or if he's clout chasing in Matt's chat. Gina says, autismo, which is another way of saying autistic. Tarkov posts a screenshot, says, rim jobs today, huh? Because he was playing RimWorld. Said, tired of not touching the sides of Space Vastness because he wasn't playing Space Engineers. And then he asked me in his chat, because he had seen it, hey, what have you been working on? So I said, would you like to see what I've been working on? And he said yes, and I sent a screenshot. And Tarkov says, definitely Autismo. Gina says, he already linked that an hour ago. And Tarkov says, yeah, that was in Litman's chat. Gina says, sick. Dude wants streamers to notice him. I think he's just, Tarkov says, I think he's just really excited about the game, which I typically am. When I build something, I'm pretty excited about it. Gina says, it's a good job I've alienated him because I think he would send me insane. Tarkov says, at least he isn't hyper-focused on MSC. That's going to change soon. Gina says, I already had to tell Rebel to chill during DRG, Deep Rock Galactic, because they kept telling exactly how I should be playing my build for the 4th mission. And then I have, and I said, if you have any questions, I can help. One massive oversight with this game is lack of details in the tutorials, because they didn't. Okay, well, figure a way. So, while talking to Tarkov, he tells me she sure has a history of bullying. I said, so yeah, I hold a grudge against her because, you know, she's told me to kill myself. She's told me to, where she's insulted me. She's called me autistic. She said that I don't have any friends, which is just a blatant bullshit lie to try and make herself feel better about the shit that she's talked about me. That's literally all it is a coping mechanism for somebody's shitty behavior. And Tarkov says, she's mad you're helping other people because she can't get the advantage without accepting the help. And I said, yeah, I'm probably autistic, as you stated in one of those screenies, but I also know the game really well. I'm also disabled. Everybody that comes here knows I'm disabled. If they don't, they learn about it soon. That's why I can do this for the times that I can, because I have the time to do it. I'm unable to do certain things. And then Tarkov says, I mean, she was the first person to say autismo. You were just really into the game. Yeah, fair enough. And I go on to cover that and explain, you know, my castle and the build. Like, because I hadn't covered this yet, I needed to create something to explain the situation, the context. Let's see, that one's Tiger. That one's Ella. So now, yesterday, I haven't added this in, or have I? Oh, I did. Okay, so I go to Tiger's channel because I get a notification that he was live on my phone. I go in there and I find out that I'm banned after all of the shit that's been said, and you know what? I'm like, why was I banned? And then he says to me, he shows me a picture of me saying that Gina has a unibrow and that Trekkies should copyright strike her for using his likeness without his permission, right? She's monetized that video using video from him, didn't offer to promote him, didn't offer to pay him, just used his likeness and made money off of it, which is against the copyright laws. So I said that. And then he says, I'm honestly surprised you had the balls to text me and ask why you were banned, like you didn't think anybody was going to see these messages. I said, fair enough. I didn't not think they were going to see these messages. As a matter of fact, I'm showing these messages because I don't care. What I said was she had a unibrow. Well, not only is it factual, oh well, she said worse shit about me. I do not care. That you're showing me what I said. And then I asked him, so what else did I say to get banned? Like, you can't be seriously banning me over a unibrow comment. Well, there's more stuff. Well, what is it? Well, I'm not going to sit here and show you, okay? Because I didn't say anything else. The only other thing I said was a day after this happened, and it was me. We covered it last stream, so I'm not going to cover it again, but it's basically what I said should happen to everybody involved. And then I asked him, I said, surprised for saying the same thing you've said to me in the past? He's like, when have I ever said anything like this to you that I hate Gina? So I tell him the time frame. And I asked him, I said, they can call me fat, ugly, and stupid, but I can't say she has a unibrow. I said, when did they say this to you, about you? And that definitely is not all you said. I said, you told me early in the year 2024 when you had beef with her about something in MSC. And do tell me what else I've said. He said, how many other channels you get banned in? Quite a few, because they're all, you know, surrounded and feeding off of Gina to get clout. There are several streamers that literally will sit there and watch Gina's content on stream. I've watched them do it. Also, committing copyright violations against her. So anyway, I question him about this, and I tell him that he basically says, unless you got pictures, I don't care. So I get a message from Ella, because I included this picture here, basically to show that Tiger talks shit about people behind their backs. And it is dated for 12/4/23, right? I kept this stuff to myself. I didn't tell anybody. The whole reason this stuff is coming out is because people are now trying to drag my name through the mud like I did something unprovoked. No, I was provoked. I was going to keep that shit between you and I, but the second that you start bringing my name out to damage my reputation with a bunch of other people, I'm going to fucking ruin yours. I made a whole song about it. I'm covering some stuff that you don't need to be in here for. I'll take the cat and go. Oh, she's taking my cat. So, yesterday, I'm at a doctor's appointment. Not paying attention really to my phone, and I get a message from Tiger, right? I don't see it. I don't see it at the time because I had him muted so that I didn't see any notifications. I got a message from Ella, the one that accused me of cheating and the bigger streamer, right? And she says, hello. I say, can I help you? And she says, someone sent me your public document or diary, whatever it is. Out of curiosity, I took a look and I saw I was mentioned. Sharing a 2-year-old screenshot of a conversation you had with somebody I had issue with for literally one day is weird, especially since it has nothing to do with you. That screenshot that she's referring to was between me and the person she had an issue with, making it my problem because we discussed it. It was discussed between the problem and me. That's my business. What happened between Tiger and me 2 years ago isn't your business. We just covered that. But since you felt the need to bring it up, I'm more than happy to share the full context, including how we resolved it. Keep in mind, she says it's resolved. If you're going to poke around in things you don't understand, at least make sure you know the full story. But hey, if digging through old screenshots is how you choose to spend your time, knock yourself out. Okay. So I'm going to say this to you, Ella. If you don't understand how dates work, you should probably shut up. Pretty easy to look at a date stamp. And now I'm going to show you why you should shut up. 12/4/23. That's the date on these. Okay? She sends me messages. I'll pull those up in just 1 second, because I have her blocked, because I really don't want to deal with her. We're gonna open up. Let me open this up. Open link. This is the most recent one. This is pretty granulated because it's blowing it up, but that says 8/10. This one says 9/21. So that's how I know what dates they are. 9/21/2023 at 4 something a.m. And she responded on the 21st at 1:22 p.m. Okay. This was her last screenshot that resolved everything. Okay. Which is this one here. Just to show you, that was a direct from her, what she directly sent me. September 21, 2023. 12/4/2023. So I don't know if you're familiar with how math works, but 12 is a greater number than 9. And if you look at a calendar and you count 9 over, that's September. And then if you count 12 over from the beginning, that's December. Okay? Which means there's a 3-month gap, 2 months and a week or so gap between your problem and resolution and Tiger talking shit about you to me in a DM. Which means you thought it was squished. He didn't, because he's still talking shit about you and says that you have an army of words I can't say on Twitch because I will get banned for. But it's there. It's in the document. It starts with an S, ends with an S. And then says that you were lying about it. The clip proved that she 100% lied, so I just assume everyone is a liar. That's his words. So we go back, and I'm like, huh? And I clicked on Tiger's chat because I was going to pull it up and send it to her, and I see that he had sent me a message. I'm at the doctor's still. And I'm like, what? He says, hey man, I heard you were giving out my address to dox me. I wanted to hear it from you. I knew you were upset about the ban, but I didn't think you of all people would do something like that. I didn't. I've destroyed the letter. I've deleted both pictures that were in the channel, or in the discussion, the DM between you and I. I deleted those so that neither your address or my address could be used in something like that, because I thought we were cool enough that when you sent me a letter, a handwritten letter thanking me for supporting you and helping you build your channel.
Alert. Ad break in 5 minutes.
And a
Preparing for
patch with
scheduled
your
interruption.
logo on it, which I put on my hat. I thought we were cool enough that you could have, my address, and I didn't delete that information. And then this starts happening, and immediately, what did I do? I cleansed my address from your DMs the second you banned me. The second you banned me from your channel, I went in and I deleted the first screenshot, which was a screenshot of me receiving the letter, and then I deleted the second screenshot, which was me refinding the letter because I still had it 2 years later. So that information is not available unless you provided it or someone else provided it. Someone else that got your letter, because I'm not the only one that got a letter or a patch. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, you're still sending out patches to people. But I digress, because the timestamp on when he sent this is 30 minutes before I get a message from Ella. Which to me, this is purely speculation. To me, this is Ella and Tiger colluding together to try and get me for doxing Tiger, because he knew that I had his address at some point, which I no longer have. I don't even have the letter. I literally burnt it in my sink. I lit it on fire and I watched it burn in the sink, because I don't want anybody to pull that information, period. You could repiece shredded information. You can pull it out of a trash can and go get that information. You can't do that when it's a pile of smoldering ashes. You can't reconstruct it. So it's gone. Completely. It doesn't exist anymore. Neither do the pictures. Unless, of course, you has a screenshot of them, because I don't. I even went into his stream before I was banned and said, hey, when you get a minute, check Discord. I found something again. This was again before he banned me, and he responded with a saluting emote. So, when people tell me that I'm making stuff up and exaggerating things, I'm not. And I'm getting more and more evidence as the day goes by. That's pretty much the exact emote that he used, Jello. Every single day, I'm getting more information, and I will be adding it to this document. Every single day. Because I want these people exposed for who they really are. The vile shit that they say. What I said was pretty fucked up. But I didn't wish them any harm. I didn't call them autistic. I didn't call them retarded. I didn't tell them to kill themselves. I didn't tell them that I hope their children get taken away. Most of them don't have kids. Let's face it, most of the people on Twitch are single. And if they're not, they just don't have kids. There are exceptions. I'm an exception. I have a child. You just seen her. She came in and stole my cat. I've not told them that I wish CPS would come in and take their kid. I've not told them that I wish that their kid would run away and never talk to me again. These people have. These people have gone after my child because they don't like me. Because at some point in time, I just existed near them. In the case of Gina, I existed near her. That is literally what I did to start all of this shit with Gina. Is I existed near her. I didn't break any rules because I didn't fight a boss out of order, because I didn't fight Yeglith. Casual himself had said in the past, you didn't break any rules. And he said, and I quote, I applaud you for actually managing to get that far without being able to see anything. He said that in a stream before. So for her to hold a grudge for something I did in game, which is being applauded by the guy running the fucking server, that's a personal issue that she's got for whatever fucking reason. But to continuously, for years, bring that up to other people in other people's chats, and to say the things that she said, it makes what I said look like I told her to go fly a kite. Because when she told me to kill myself, I had
Alert,
lost
180-second
friend.
ad break starting. Finalizing preparations for commercial interruption.
to killing himself. And with dealing with all the bullshit that happened with that, and she has the nerve to say something like that to me. I don't think there's a word to describe that, or if there is, as she stated, I'm too retarded to know. Or too autistic, I'm sorry. Autismo is what she used, the word that she used. But this person has a pretty large following to the point where now she's a partnered streamer. So she's been punching down the entire time. Let's squish the little guy. I've also got it from other people. They were playing on a server together with Ella, the person in this screenshot here. I think it was Ella's server, actually, and they were getting ready to fight some bosses in Valheim, because it was a Valheim server. And somebody went into their channel and said, hey, Ella's getting ready to fight this boss. Do you want to join? And she timed him out because he mentioned another streamer's name. Even the streamer on the server she's playing on. Because she only cares about herself. I've also been told that in her own Discord, when she doesn't have the viewer count she thinks, she posts she spams her link and says that she's spiraling to try and drum up more viewers. Now, if it works, more power to you, but that's a shitty fucking thing to do. That, to me, screams narcissist. That, to me, screams attention seeking. And with most of the people, when they start going after someone with no reason, it's typically a projection. So when she says I want streamers to notice me, it's because she wants streamers to notice her. So she's projecting that onto me. When she calls me autismo, projecting onto me. When she says that let me actually pull this up completely again so I have it. Where is it? Which one is it? There's a lot of them in here. That's Tiger. I'm like Zomboid how Merc's brain is about Valheim. She's admitting right there that she's projecting. She's saying that she does the same thing. And then she brings me up for no other reason than to talk shit. That's the first thing she said in that conversation. My name didn't need to be brought up in that. And then she says later that I'm not hot shit. Again, projecting. I've watched her content. It's cringy as fuck. It's cringy as fuck. And it seems forced. I have a very strong feeling that if she didn't surround herself with bigger streamers and get them to notice her, she would maybe have like 500 viewers or 500 followers total. Because the content is just sketchy. It's cringy. She showed on stream that she, in a few videos, she showed her follower list. The number one follower that the number one channel on there was fucking Hassan. Literally a guy that's out there right now stating that Iran doesn't commit misogyny or human rights violations against women. Says that they don't, that they have great laws for their women. That sort of support, like, why would you want to surround yourself with people that support that? As a woman, why would you want that? Why is that okay? But it doesn't surprise me, because those types of people tend to do this sort of shit to people like me. Punch down, surround everybody that follows Hassan. All of the people currently getting sued by Ethan Klein are people that surround themselves with a bigger streamer and ride their coattails. That's exactly what happens. So it doesn't surprise me that that's what she does with everybody else. Doesn't surprise me. And she projects her problems onto me. Projects her insecurities onto me. She brings me up in conversation for no other reason than to talk shit about me and project those things onto me. For no other reason than I brought Miss Landskier to a Yagluth boss fight that was delayed for 3 weeks. That's it. That's all I did to her. I was nice to her. I offered her help. Even after that happened, even after she told me to go jump off a bridge and die, I offered her help in the build contest, because I thought that we had put it all behind us and I had moved on from it. And I thought that she needed help because they were asking in chat if anybody had any items that they could get, because they were bitching about not being able to find tar. And because I lived in the fucking plains next to a tar pit, I said, I have plenty of tar and I can give you some. And she just started talking shit again. And then when somebody else was like, well, if she's not going to take it, I'll take it, she says, why would you accept help from Merc? In chat. Like, I wouldn't see it. Me, the guy that's got no life, that's autismo, according to her, that's on the game all the time. Because I'm disabled. Congratulations. You've insulted a disabled person. You've called them all sorts of names. You've called them autismo. You've called them stupid. You've called them ugly. You've told them to kill themselves. Does it make you feel better that you stepped on the little guy? In following size, clearly I'm fat. A lot of the shit that you've said about me, I've said about myself, but that doesn't mean that you can say things about me, because you don't fucking know me. You've made zero effort to get to know me. You immediately alienated me for no other reason than I brought endgame stuff at the time to a endgame boss. At the time. I hope that somebody in this channel clips what I'm saying, or even somehow gets it to her. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I've banned her because I don't want anything to do with her. After today, we're done. I will continue to update the document, and unless something massive happens, I'm not covering this anymore. Because these people are worthless. They don't deserve the attention that they get from their viewers. They don't deserve my attention. And they're scum of the earth. Literally punching down on a smaller streamer, trying to make other potential people not support that person because you have a problem with me. So when I say that I hope everyone involved has to relive this when they eventually die, and it is focused forefront, I mean it. I hope this haunts you in your final moments. After living a full life, I don't want any harm to come to you. Whenever it's your time, whether you believe in God or natural selection or what, I don't fucking care. Whether it's old age, whether it's a car accident, whether it's an unfortunate car accident, whether it's anything that causes your untimely demise or even your timely demise, because that's what would happen, is it's your time, so it's timely demise. I hope that you are reminded of the scummy shit that you've done to other people, because I'm not the only one. I'm just the only one with the balls to say anything about it. Because that's who I am. If you wanted to know what kind of person I am, you wanted to figure out what my channel is about, it's about blunt honesty, regardless of whose feelers get hurt. I tried to be nice to you. Despite the things that you said to me, I put our differences aside to try and be nice to you, and you continued to sit there and poke at me from a distance. You're the kid that would poke you in the shoulder or hit you with something and then look away. I have no idea. I didn't see it. I didn't do it. You're the person at a rave that throws a punch over the crowd and then hides behind everybody else and just keeps dancing. You're the person that throws the firebomb and then runs the opposite direction, like you were fleeing from the scene. I had put everything aside and I was going to try and keep our differences. I wasn't going to support your channel. That was the extent of it, that I just wasn't going to support your channel. Oh no, what's one measly little viewer going to do? Exactly. It wasn't going to be that big of a deal for you. It wasn't going to be that big of a deal for me. I don't watch your channel. I'm not in your channel. Doesn't hurt anybody. But when I start getting messages of people sending me shit that you've said about me to them or in other streams, and then one of my best internet friends tells me that they don't believe me because you've put on a fucking mask with them, then we have a problem. We have a big fucking problem.
Got Arby's delicious. Got 3 potato cakes. Hash browns Lowell. And because of how cheap it is, I forgot ordering one. Is actually 4 of them? So now I have 12 hash brown cakes from Arby's.
Yeah, I'm assuming you ate 4 of them. All right, Amanda. Have a good day. And I appreciate that. It is bullying to make them feel big. That's exactly what it is. And it's wrong. And people are still going to support them. And I really doubt that the damage that's been done to the friendship of mine is going to be able to be repaired. because I really don't foresee them believing me. Even though I have evidence of things that she said about me to other people. And if she said about it to one, she said about me to others. She said about me in chats. Somebody that's had a falling out with her, she's said that to. So people that she's had issues with are sending me things that she said to them about me. I don't care if she's done all the great things for you. That invalidates it completely. Because you sit there and you tell me, and this is towards you, Casual, I hope you're watching. You sit there and you tell me that you love me as a friend. You say the things that you said. When I have evidence like this, that makes me not believe what you're saying. And it hurts a lot. Because I've defended you the same way that you've said you've defended me. But I get shit like this. This is the shit that people that you surround yourself with treat me. That they say to me. The things that they do to me because they don't like me, because I have a different opinion than them, or that I try and help them and they don't like that I try and help them. One of the screenshots I was sent was basically Tarkov and Gina saying, tell us you're a Republican without telling us you're a Republican, and then proceeding, both of them, sorry Tarkov, talking shit about me. I know you're the one that sent me these, but you did. You talked shit about me in the screenshots. Both of you did. Over fucking politics. Politics. Calling me autistic because I know a game really well. Where that might be true, it's not for you to tell it to me. Because when you say it, that's called ableism. When you say it, that's hate speech. And you've been reported for that. Everything I've said today, I have receipts for. Receipts of you doing those things. Everything. With the exception of the clips, because you deleted those. I wouldn't necessarily want to have a video in my clips channel randomly pop up when I go to raid another streamer's stream and they have clips playing for you to say, I hope you go jump off a bridge and die. That would be pretty bad. So I understand you deleting it. That's the whole reason that Tiger and Ella had the problem, because she raided him and the clip showed of her leading shit into his base intentionally. And that's where that all come up from. So I get deleting it. But what you said was said, and I still fucking remember it. I don't care if anybody else believes me or not on that one. I know. You know. And that's all that matters. Because now you've got to live with it. And you'll eventually, when it's your time, die with it. And when I probably fairly soon die from it, I'll die with it too. Because let's face it, I'm fat, I'm unhealthy, I'm disabled. I'm probably going to die before you. What happens when you're disabled and you start developing a bunch of health issues because you can't do things. So that's going to conclude our discussion today about shitty human beings and shitty content creators punching down at other people because they have nothing better to do. Gina's a bigger content creator than I am. I'm punching up. And I'm not punching up for no reason. I'm punching up because you've said some pretty nasty shit about me to a bunch of other people. And the worst thing I've said directly about you is that you've got a unibrow. And if me saying the people involved in Trekkies ban should have to live with the nasty things that they've done affects you directly, that means you're involved. And I hope you get punished for that in your own way. Matter of fact, I hope that every one of y'all gets in trouble for falsely reporting him. I really hope you do. And I hope that eventually you get punished for the targeted and coordinated harassment of me. Because I have evidence, and I will be providing more evidence to Twitch in the next report. To Tiger, I didn't send anybody anything related to you. No addresses, no nothing. I did not send out your address. So I don't know where you got that from, but either they're lying to you or y'all are in some deep shit for falsely accusing me of that. I've already reported Ella for several things. To Ella. Maybe next time read the dates. And learn that when somebody's talking to someone about an issue they have with someone else, that makes it their business. That's how that works. That's how basic communication works. Matt, you alienated me when you called me Nazi light because I'm basically a libertarian, because I just want to be left alone. And you alienated a bunch of people because your far left ideologies have gone so far that they've become fascist. And you, sir, are a fascist. Most of the people that believe the same thing that you believed are fascists. You are the very thing that you claim that you are not. To Claiborne, the things that you said to me that are included in this document I get that your friend was dead and you are suffering through that, but that is no reason to invalidate my opinion because I wasn't gay enough to matter. And I have on good authority that user's been banned for similar speech in other people's channels, and I still haven't gotten an apology back from you or that person. I don't expect to get one from them. I've not gotten an apology for the way that I was treated because of that person, which said those inflammatory things in other people's channels. Because I have a friend who told me they had to ban them in other streams because they went off the deep end. and to casual. I really, 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 really hope that this document and the things that I've said today open your eyes to the people that you're surrounded by. Because you're better than that. And if you and I stop being friends because I'm one of those people, so be it. Because you yourself are better than that. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I do it because I don't like it when other people do shit like that to me. And I, in turn, end up with shit on my hands. But you are better than that. So if I gotta walk away from our friendship so that you can prosper more, I will do it. But those people that have said the shit that they've said about me today, that I've shown today, those people are gonna drag you fucking down. Even if they're the ones that have helped you build up what you have now, those people are a cancer. And they will spread until you don't recognize yourself anymore. So cut them out. And to anybody else that's got a problem with me, anybody else at all, unless I've already blocked you, i.e. Ella, if you have a fucking problem with me, bring it to me. Quit talking shit about me to other fucking people, you spineless cunts. I don't like uh, uh, I don't like confrontation. But you have no problem talking shit about me to someone else. I am tired of the two-faced people in this fucking community. If you have a problem with me, bring it to me directly. If you don't have my information, you don't know me well enough to have a fucking problem with me. But Caveman, you have a problem with a bunch of people that you don't have information for. I have a problem with people I have evidence with. I build cases. I compile evidence, so it's all nicely neat so other people can see that shit. And I'll be posting this in my Discord so that everybody can fucking see it. I've already posted it in Trekkies. I will be making this publicly available to anyone that wants to fucking read it. And it has now gone from 31 slides to 41 slides. And there's a few informational slides in there, but most of them are screenshots. Now that that's over with, we're going to see if Trekkie is available. Play peek. Oops, why did I pull mine? Let me see if he's got room yet. No, I don't think. I think he's still full. But I'm going to change docs, dashboard. No. Now I got to update it on tick. Peak. All right. All right, so let's play some video games now. We got a new island, I think. So Peak is a 4-person multiplayer game. You can play it solo, but it's a 4-person multiplayer game where you can customize your dude a little bit, and you have to try and reach the end and survive. Yeah, I did. Yep, 100%. Puberty can hit twice. Yeah. We're just gonna do regular Peak. I'm not carrying that fucking frog all the way through the damn map. That might come in handy. I wonder if the talking... Well, I won't be able to hear the echo of my own voice, so I guess it really doesn't fucking matter, does it? It's got voice chat built into it, and it's based on proximity, and then there are echoes and shit. Can you climb the fucking tree, please? What? What am I looking at? I don't get the reference. Maybe it's because I'm a bit autismo. But I don't get the reference. Sorry. I thought I was sliding. Holy fucking boxes, Batman. Granola bar? Okay, I'm gonna have to put down my backpack and hope that it doesn't go flying on... Sports drink. Ooh, I need that. Don't you dare roll away. Now we gotta climb down. Nope, wrong button. You can't go third person, which I wish you kind of could, but I understand why they don't let you do it. Game's like $8 right now on Steam. You know what? I should... Hey, why are you flying way over there? There we go. It's basically a giant parkour game. These cluster mushrooms. We got a light that just cannot make up its mind what it's doing. What do we have here? Oh boy. Well, I can't. Might as well use it because we're not going to be able to carry it. Ooh, boy. We slid off the rock. You don't want to get poked by the spiky shit. That's a poisonous urchin, apparently. Their sea urchins in this game are massive. Cluster mushroom. Damn cluster mushrooms. Now our stamina is damaged. Poison eventually goes away, but we have stamina damage now. Looks like we're to the top now. Ooh, scout cookies. Those are really good. Because you can eat a few of them. So let's... What we got in here? You know what? Let's get the lantern. Get rid of the fucking lantern. Go over here and see what we get for this. Oh yeah, that's totally gonna help us when we're playing by ourselves. Roast our marshmallow. And now we have this. This is a new map. This is a new map for sure. What the fuck? Something was fucky there. Actually, because I want to go over there. Let's Aha! A granola bar. Go ahead and eat that now. Oh, this looks familiar. The last map had a section just like this. What it didn't have was that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to climb that. Of course. Starts raining immediately. Can you quit raining? Ooh. Gotta avoid, those are poison mushrooms. You step on that and it explodes in a poisonous cloud. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get up there. Because we gotta go that way. I want to see what's in that big survival case. An energy drink and another rope cannon. We'll go right there. Can't touch the poison vines, or the pokey vines, because they poison you. Can't touch the purple plants, because those are poisonous too. Kind of like that. Oh, fuck. Ow. And now he died. Because it knocked me off the fucking vine. Your body was never found. Got a new hat. Endurance badge. Climb 50 meters upwards without... Oh, and now I'm getting cold because the fog's hitting. But I have a new thing. Alright, let's try that again. Did I get any new badges? Said I did, but I can't. I can't see my badges on the back. Alright, let's try that again.
Hey,
Hashtag
listen.
free Trekkie. It worked. Great news.
Yeah, it did. It did. Let's see if we can bring Bing Bong with us. Right now we don't have any... Oh, I was going to say we don't have any food, but, look, food.
Alert. Ad break
Also,
in
what
5
up, Dirt?
minutes.
How you
Preparing
doing?
for scheduled interruption.
He's unbanned, but he still can't access his account because he's got to change his password, and they aren't letting him change that just yet, so... Yeah, he's back. His channel's back at least. Now he's just got to be able to dig it out from the password garbage. I don't know if I necessarily want to spend a bunch of time climbing that to get that stuff. Yeah, I'm not going to. Granola bar. Hmm. Ooh, better be careful there. See what's in this luggage up here. Aha. Ooh, airline food. Cool. Put our backpack back. I'm gonna try and go over there to that bridge. Wonder how this game would be with a controller. That's where we started, and we're right where, yeah, we're almost to the top, I think. That was a close one. Maybe we're not as close as I thought we were. Every time I eat, I not only replenish my stamina, or not my stamina, I get rid of my hunger meter that affects my stamina. I also get rid of some of the weight that I'm carrying in order to do that, so that I get extra.
Alert.
Can we just stand
180-second
up here?
ad break starting. Finalizing preparations for commercial interruption.
Ooh. Don't like that. Oh, button mushroom. I haven't eaten anything today. I just realized that. Not been particularly hungry the past couple of days. Like, I didn't end up eating dinner last night until, or eating the first thing for the day, until like almost 9 o'clock last night. Because all the shit going on. Oop, oop, oop. No, get on the bridge. Hey, I think we've been here before. I want to try and keep that stamina bar that I got. little extra energy bar down at the bottom. Thing is useless in single with only one person. Useless. Alright, we're gonna kind of bypass that and just try and go straight for the main mountain. Of course it's raining. Scorchberry. Oh. It took away my hunger. The fire will go away eventually. Alright, up we start going, I guess. Those ones... Oh, fucking mushrooms. These ones right here, if you hit them, they'll make you like fling over and send you flying. Trail mix. I don't know if that's going to help me or hurt me, but... it could theoretically help me. I can stand on that, get my stamina back, and then I can start climbing that. and slowly work my way up. So I can open that. Is this where I was the last time? When I had this thing? I feel like it was. I feel like this is the exact spot that I was. Maybe let's not make the same mistake that we did on the last one. Oh boy. Why am I getting poisoned? Nope. We're quickly losing that battle. Why am I getting poisoned? Oh, I got a fucking tick on me. Are you shitting me? Well, that's the end of this run. Maybe he'll just fall off. I doubt it. He'll get bigger. There's no way to get the tick off of me by myself. Nope, I don't think there is. I now have no stamina. You know what? Let's check something. Alright, that gets rid of all my poison, but now I still have a tick on me. It's not gonna help me in the long run. Ooh, I'm surprised that didn't kill me. Tick killed me. Gotta wait till it's grown twice its size so that you can remove it yourself by interacting with your legs. Let's try that again, I guess. We're not taking a stupid stuffed animal. All right. Granola bar. Food becomes a big issue later on. Having played this with other people, you get a lot farther because you can help each other. And it makes it a lot easier. But it also adds in its own new challenges because you don't have enough food to feed everybody. People end up dying in the group because they can't, not everybody's got food. And they don't have the stamina to continue, so they end up falling off the map or what have you. I think that is medicinal root over here, which we're gonna grab. Yeah. Just in case we get poisoned. With a tick, we can remove it. Take a medicinal root, and it gets rid of the... You know, I should probably wait until I have stamina before I start climbing. This game would be okay for a community night event, but it's only 4 persons, so you'd have to run simultaneous groups. I think it also counts as food. Yep. Let's go this way. Let's see what's in this luggage over here. Oh, another lollipop. Be able to make that? I don't know. Oh god, I'm gonna die because of this. Oh, Jesus Christ. I got stuck trying to transition between 2 different spots. those berries right there are poisonous. I don't know. I think all mushrooms seem to be poisonous. Come on. Quit poisoning me. Well, that didn't work. I think we've been here before, too. Because that looked real familiar. Ooh, there's a box. Aha! Oh, and we're back at this spot again. This is going to give us the bugle of friendship, isn't it? Anti... Okay, that's a magical item. Haha. Anti-rope. Alright. First time I've ever seen that. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That was luck. Okay. Okay, that's the one that we wanted. Make sure we don't have a fucking tick stuck to us again. Not that I can do anything about it if I did. Alright. It's gonna make me energetic and then sleepy after a while. I'm gonna try and save that anti-rope. That anti-rope is kind of cool. Alright, Rain. Oh boy. No. No. Oh, thank fuck. I started climbing down because I was over top of it and it let me go past it. Rotten bastard. Are you fucking... Well, I'm a lot lighter now. But I just threw all my food on the fucking ground. Good thing there's another backpack at the top of the mountain, should I make it up there, or at least there might be. I don't know.
Hey, listen.
Yes. Yes, I have. A little heavier. We'll play that, or we'll use that one. Owner's cord banned for no reason. I don't recognize that name, but there was a guy, I did play a group with a guy that turned out to be fucking cheating. And some of us got banned for cheater association. Oh no, I'm not saying you are. I'm saying that we were in a group that a dude was cheating in, and he had everyone in the group fucking fooled. Yeah. We had the T-Tower base. And what was his name? Yeah, I have a clip still of me running over him and another person. Yeah. Yep. What was his fucking name? I'm trying to remember. But yeah, he ended up getting caught. When we left that days or the Deer Isle map, and we went and played on what's the fucking winter map's name? My brain is fried today. And it wasn't the official winter map, it was the one with the aliens and shit. I haven't played in a long time. Yeah, I haven't played in a real long time. I mean, you could probably rage at this one, because you can get fucked over like I just did. I'm gonna die. Ooh, I got lucky. We might need to use our lollipop. Trying to remember the guy's name, and I can't. I'm drawing a blank. I do remember I played with Odie, and Obi-Wan Can Blow Me, I think was his name, and a few other people. But yeah, we all ended up getting banned off the one server because of cheater association, because he was found to be fucking wall hacking. It was rearmed. What they called themselves then, I don't know what they call themselves now, so they could be something else, but... And they didn't care that we didn't know that he was cheating, just because, you know, rightfully so. Oh no, everybody's gonna say, oh, my friend's not cheating. I don't know what you're talking about. Save their own skin. But we never ended up going back. We all kind of stopped playing at that point, because, like, what's the point? Why is that luggage in a tree? Yeah, that's how he was able to get under the radar so long, is because he didn't push us very hard, or very far with things. What he did to further himself and only himself. Why can I not climb this fucking tree? Another anti-rope spool. And now we get to go into the winter area. Isabella, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully the green app is actually showing me chats and I'm not getting chatted at. That would explain why they got away with so much bullshit. Yeah, they got to break all the rules. Do all the sketchy shit, and then get us in trouble for the very thing that they were fucking doing. We caught them in so much shit when we went to the airfield the one time. I've never played Sea of Thieves. I've seen it played, but I've never played it personally. See, I have a problem. I'd try hard at too much. Get. Not looking forward to climbing this shit. This game's kind of like Only Up, but multiplayer. No, not any. Once you get to the next stage, you can fall all the way down from up there, but I can't fall down all the way down to the beginning of the beginning of the game. But if you do fall down, you're dead. You don't get to keep trying. For the most part, you're gonna die. Can I not get up here? Thank you. The fog rises. Yay. I'm protected by this, or from the storm, but... Ooh, hey. I might be able to go this way. The interior route. The fuck? Oh, okay, those are just that. I was curious because those are the ice rocks and they're different colors in certain spots, and I was confused. Yeah, I ain't making that. Oh, they break after a while. Okay. Well, that's good to know. What do we have down here? Sports drink. Okay. And I'm dead. $5K badge. Pirate badge. And 15 luggages in a single expedition. Climb 5,000 meters total. I think there's... See, there's the beach, there's the jungle, there's the mountain, and then there's the lava place, and then there's the volcano, and then there's the escape level. Let's try not to lose our backpack this time, huh?
Alert. Ad break in 5 minutes. Preparing for scheduled interruption.
So shore, jungle, alpine. I don't remember what they call them, the volcano one. Or the lava one. And then there's the kiln, which is the volcano, because you're in the volcano. We want to keep the carabiner clip in our pocket in case we need it. Because if we ever seem like we're gonna start falling, we can always drop a hook and you can regain the stamina while you're hanging from that. Turns out those have durability and can break after a certain amount of time, though. No berries on any of these bushes. Nope. Go for those coconuts. Well, that one's gone. I didn't pay attention to my stamina on that one. This is definitely not a game for someone that's afraid of heights. I don't remember if I've ate a mushroom yet. We're about to find out. Literally ate a mushroom and got hungry instantly. I don't know how that works. Okay, so that didn't mean no good. We have to go back over this way to go up there.
Alert, 180-second ad break starting. Finalizing preparations for commercial interruption.
know I had one in my pocket, but... Going that way might not be an option. We're almost to the top. First area is pretty easy. Take another one of those. What are we getting from this statue? Bugle of Friendship. Congratulations. It is useless. I can't use it. Jungle. The tropics. I got a little poison, I'll be fine. Yo, come back. I'm gonna eat you. You got spicy. I think I get ticks from running through those bushes. I think that's where you get a tick from. So I'm gonna not run through those bushes. Of course. It started raining as soon as I jumped over here. Can you stop raining? Thank you. Gives me a little bit of energy. And another lollipop, huh? Yeah, I know the fog rises. Don't have to keep telling me. As I go to climb something. God damn it. I make it up here? Nope, I'm dead. Gonna die. Oh, I'm so lucky. There we go. All right, so we made it up here again. And it's raining again. That'll help if I get poisoned. Whee! And cue the sleepiness in 3, 2, 1. What do we have in here? Bandages, energy drink, or sports drink, rather. I have a really massive secondary stamina bar. There we go. See if we can make it up here. Nope, it's raining. There we go. Oh, hey, medicinal carrots. And we got regular food too. Oh, that's not regular food, but that's spicy stuff. That was sketchy. I climbed a giant tree. Hopefully it gets me the badge. Ow. All right. Second time that one's been in the tree. What'd we get? Anti-rope cannon? Oh boy. Alpine. Oh boy, I almost walked off that edge. Perfect timing. We don't need the antidote or the medicinal root when we have the antidote bottle in our pocket. I don't think that we're going to need it anyway because I don't think there's anything else that poisons us. Now we gotta climb this massive fucking thing. Fog rises. Yeah. Well, this is gonna suck. Ow. It did it again. It fucking did it again. Yeah, we're not making that. If it's actually going to let me get out there. Use that heat pack. Remedy fungus. All right. Another remedy fungus. Well, this is farther up than I made it the last time. I think this is where I was when I fell. What does this do? Ah, okay. This is gonna freeze me a little bit, but if I can get over to that cone, I'll be good. Dead. Oh, I'm not dead. But I fell from there, actually, there. Surprised I'm not dead. I don't know how I'm not dead. If there's not a healing item in here, I am dead. This is game over. And there's not. How am I still walking around? Yep, nope, I'm dead. I got a badge that Trekkie doesn't have, I don't think. I only have 4 badges on the front. I can't see how many badges I have in the back, but also, if you notice that while you talk, your mouth moves in the game because your character's actually a speaker. Alright, well, I think I'm going to call it there. I know it's early for me calling it, but it's been about 4 hours. And I need to get something to eat, and I can't stay up super late tonight because kiddo's got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm not up too late for that. Get the camper. Alright. So let's see what we got here. We'll raid Nurse. She was in here showing support the other day, so she's playing something I've never seen before. So anyway, you guys have a good night. For those of you on purple, we're gonna go raid Don't Call the Nurse. For those of you on green, we're gonna go raid Trekkie. So I will see you guys on Friday. Peace out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.